Junior. Deidre McCoy, 5'9" sophomore. Deidre is out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. And Raina Smith, a 5'7" senior, out of St. Louis. It's Orange Crush night. Joe, how come you didn't get a fat head? How come we don't get one of those big posters with our picture on it?
I don't even think they know we're around. They don't even know we're in the house, I don't think.
They call
hey, over here.
Fat head pictures. They have pictures of all the gals. Of course, they blow those up and the students have them. All right. Joe All has the first half, and Nathan Gertz is going to do color, and he'll do the second half. So, fellas, take it away and get me a lead before halftime, all right?
Okay, we're just about ready to go here. Looks like Allison Swanson, Kiana Wharton are going to jump it up at midcourt. Both 4 and 6 records. Nathan Gertz, good to have you alongside. I guess you're a mass communication major here at Missouri Valley, and good to have you doing some work with us tonight.
Good to be here, Joe. Hoping to have a good ball game. We should have fun tonight.
Well, both these teams come in at 4 and 6, so this is a big conference game for both. Last game of the first round, and the Evangel Crusaders win the tap, and Taylor Longley, point guard, averaging 10 points a game, brings it across to set the offense. Now Danielle Latt gets it inside, and a block by Kiana Wharton. Kiana, great defense that time as Allison Swanson got the ball inside, had a couple good shots, but good D by Kiana.
Nice job going straight up. Didn't allow the post up to amount to anything.
Right wing, it comes to Deidre McCoy. Dee puts it on the deck with the left hand. Now gives on the left wing over to Ashley Ward. It's Ward, Augusto, Raina Smith, Kiana Wharton, and Deidre McCoy, the 5 on the floor to start the game for the Vikings. Now into the corner, it comes to Ward. 7 on the shot clock. Outside, Augusto launches a deep 3, head of the key. A little bit far out that time. Nathan's shot clock winding down. I'm not sure that's the shot the Vikings wanted.
No, they did a good job of getting the ball baseline towards Ashley Ward, and she got a good look outside, but Augusto not able to get enough on the shot.
Now Latt puts up a 12-footer. This one pinballs off, no good. Nice rebound by Ward for the Vikings. Now Ward drives inside with the left hand, flips it up, can't get it to go. Good job using the left hand by Ashley, just didn't quite finish. Rebound Evangel, no score here in the early going.
Nice aggressive play by Ashley Ward running. Vikings coming out in man-to-man defense early, getting their hands up, playing good, physical, in-your-face defense.
Now lob down to Swanson, and Swanson runs into McCoy. They're going to call a traveling call. That was Deidre McCoy coming over from the backside, help defense, and she charged the big girl. Allison Swanson made her shuffle her feet, so traveling violation. Good defense by Dee that time.
Absolutely, and that's going to be key tonight. Already a couple times early, Evangel's throwing the ball into the post. Vikings are going to have to play good help defense inside.
Head of the key now, it comes to Ward. Ward hands to Raina, the senior out of St. Louis. Now Ashley gets it back beyond the arc. Augusto on the left wing out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. McCoy fakes a 3, now drives around Gerald. Now lobs down to Wharton on the baseline. Both teams having trouble. There's a turnover as the pass intended for Kiana Wharton goes off her hands out of bounds. So we've played almost 2 minutes. We've settled nothing. Nobody's scored yet here at Missouri Valley in the Grover Redford Gymnasium. Both these teams, as we said a minute ago, 4 and 6 in conference play. Now Longley hands it outside to Lessman. Lob inside, they get it down low, and there's the first basket of the game as Paige Patterson gets loose on the low block. Nice pass inside, lays it in. Evangel draws first blood. Like the Crusaders, both teams starting out in the man-to-man defense. Now Raina puts up a jumper. Got it. Raina Smith got the ball just outside the free throw line, turned very quickly, flipped it up with the left hand, knocked it down, and she's been playing much better, playing very well for the Vikings lately, Nathan.
That was an excellent look. High on the elbow against that defense, able to get a nice 15-foot jumper.
There's a deep 3 off the left side. This one taken by Allison Gerald. Misses, but an offensive rebound by Danielle Latt for Evangel. We're tied at 2, 7:21 left to play in the first quarter. Good ball movement by the Crusaders against that Viking man. Now the ball taken away. Nice steal that time. Taken away by Ashley Ward. Now she gets it ahead to Raina Smith, and Raina knocked down. That's going to be the first foul of the game, I believe, as Raina Smith was knocked to the floor, and that foul is going to come up on Jessica Lessman. That'll be the first foul on either team. Vikes will inbound.
It's a great play back on defense by Ashley Ward. Gets in her hands in there quickly. Gets dipping into the cookie jar, and she gets something early.
Outside to McCoy, now Deidre drags the back foot. Deidre got the ball heading to her right, tried to spin back and go left, and pretty good move, but just drug that back foot just a little bit. She'll come out of the game, and Lindsey Denny. Lindsey is a junior out of Everton, Missouri. She checks into the Viking lineup. We're tied at 2, 6:55 in the first quarter. Now the turnaround jump shot misses by Paige Patterson. Rebound Vikings. Here comes Augusto. Picked up outside by Longley. Gets it head of the key to Ward. Her three in the air. Got it. They say that's a 2, I guess. Ashley Ward on the line, but Ashley knocks down about a 17-foot jump shot. Vikes take their first lead of the game, 4-2.
That's an excellent job. Second time the Vikings have got a look off a curl near the elbow of the free throw line. Jumper's wide open. Ashley Ward knocks it down.
Now Longley drives inside, tried to dish it into the corner to Latt, had it knocked out of bounds by one of the Vikings. So Evangel, with 16 seconds on the shot clock, the Crusaders will inbound.
Vikings are doing an excellent job on defense of being handsy. They're getting in front of every loose ball early.
Now Raina Smith jumps in the passing lane, tried to get the steal, got her hands on the ball, but knocks it out of bounds. So now the shot clock down to 15. 1 second expired during that inbounds pass. Longley outside for Evangel. Picked up again by Raina. Hands it on the right wing. Danielle Latt. Latt skip pass to Longley. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Vikes playing good D. Longley lowers her shoulder. Throws one up off the backboard. Missed everything. Great job that time by the Vikes on defense.
Yeah, there were 3 white jerseys around the right side of the floor as she tried to drive. She had nowhere to go. Great D.
Nice job by the Vikings as Lindsey Denny gets a rebound. Gets it ahead to Ashley Ward. Ashley scored 4 of the 6 Viking points. Raina Smith has the other 2. And Missouri Valley out to a 6-2 lead under 6 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Great work by the Vikings to get another quick look for Ashley Ward inside.
Now Patterson down low. Hands back outside. Good ball movement on the left wing to Latt. Latt skips it over on the right wing. There's a jumper by Gerald. This one misses. Rebound Ashley Ward. So the Vikes continue to play good defense. Ward outside to Augusto. Now gets a return pass on the right wing. Puts it on the deck. Augusto does with a left-hand dribble. Gives it to Denny. Lindsey pulls up for about a 12-footer and knocks it down. Banks it in off the glass. I'm not sure she yelled bank, but she knocked it in. It's going to count. 8-2 Vikings.
Well, when you get in that close, I think you're allowed to go ahead and just knock it in. That's a great little move back to her right shoulder. Turnaround jumper off the glass.
Lindsey Denny playing better and better every game out. Now a nice lob inside. Oh, a good pass that time is Allison Gerald. Gets a lob pass into Paige Patterson. Patterson gets her second bucket of the game to trim the Viking lead down to 4. 4:45 left to play in quarter number 1. This is alumni night here at Missouri Valley. A reception up to our right behind us. And now Raina Smith dribbles inside. I think they're going to say Raina carried the ball or traveled. I'm not sure exactly what the call was. Nonetheless, it's a turnover as Ashley Ward comes out of the lineup and looks like that trying to see who checked in there. I think Savannah Enlow. Savannah Enlow comes in for the first time. Savannah, a junior out of Georgetown, Indiana. We call her the three-point wizard, and she's got a nice touch from beyond the arc.
Absolutely. One of the better, she's got a better shot than I do. Of course, that's not saying a lot.
Lob inside is Paige Patterson. They get the ball to her, and boy, she's having a field day on the post. That's the 3rd basket for Paige Patterson. She has all 6 Evangel points. Cuts the Viking lead to 2 with 4:15 left to play in quarter number 1.
Yeah, just about everything for Evangel early has been post-up looks, and Paige Patterson's taking advantage of it.
Now they try to lob it into Kiana Wharton, and Dress Augusto tried to go over the top. The pass a little bit too tall for even the tall Wharton. It goes out of bounds, and now Julia Vasquez, the senior out of Earth, Texas, gets to check into the Viking lineup, gets set to check in. Evangel can tie it with a bucket here. They trailed 8-2 not that long ago. They've scored the last 4 points of the game. Been a low-scoring game so far. Lob down low to guess who? Patterson. Now back to Gerald. Almost walked with it. Patterson goes up strong. Nice D by Kiana Wharton as Kiana was not going to give an inch there on the defensive end, and Patterson's shot misses. Now Raina's shot on the other end comes up a little bit short, and Regine Brown, who really played well against the Vikings last year, into the Evangel lineup. She got the last rebound. Gerald with a 3 for the lead. This one good. And they say that is a triple, so a 3 by Allison Gerald off the right wing, and she gives Evangel the lead. The Crusaders led 2-0. It's been all Valley since that time, but Right now, Evangel leads at 9-8.
That's a great look on a curl on the far side and a nice, easy stroke that
Oh,
time.
nice drive by Lindsay Denny, and Denny goes right at Regine Brown, puts it in off the glass, and Denny's got 4. 10-9 Vikings, under 3 minutes to play in the quarter.
Vikings need to do more of that, go inside to the post. They have size.
Longley, left-hand dribble. Almost lost it. Now hands on the right wing to Patterson. Left wing, Brown shuffled her feet. So Regine Brown shuffles the feet on the takeoff right there. That'll be a traveling violation as Julia Vasquez, Alicia Winston, and Ashley Anaka all check into the Viking lineup. We said Vasquez, a senior out of Earth, Texas. Alicia Winston, a senior out of St. Louis. And Ashley Onaka is a junior out of Blackmans Bay, Tasmania. They're all into the Missouri Valley lineup right now. Vikings on top by a point. Onaka gets it into Winston. Alicia, nice move inside. I think they're going to whistle her for a travel. It was a nice move with the body, but again, shuffled that left foot, trying to spin back the other way. So good move, just one too many steps.
That's 5 Viking turnovers, though, in the first quarter. They're going to have to do a better job of hanging on to the basketball.
Yep. Both teams have turned the ball over several times here early on. Now Longley into the corner. Brown fakes a 3. Now gets it back. Good ball movement on the right wing to Gerald. Now Brown, 2:17 left in the quarter. 9 on the shot clock. Longley takes it right base. Picked up there, down to 4 on the shot clock. There's a deep 3 by Lessman. Oh, wow. What a shot that time as Jessica Lessman buries a 3. 1 second on the shot clock when she launched that one, and that gives the Crusaders a 2-point lead.
It's a great play by Taylor Longley. She was stuck on the baseline, came back out towards the top, and they were able to find Lessman open for a big triple.
Now Augusto tries to answer, and yes, she does. Count it. Andressa Augusto, that's her first bucket. The senior out of Sao Paulo hits a 3-pointer off the left baseline to put the Vikings back up by a point.
I think in her native Portuguese, that's do fundo, from deep.
And the shot missed by Longley. Nice rebound, Savannah Inlow. 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Inlow to Vasquez. Julia yo-yos back towards the wing. There's a deep 3 by Inlow. Good! Savannah Inlow counted, and Savannah Inlow, the second straight triple. Andressa Augusto had one. Savannah Inlow had that last one, a 6-0 run for the Vikings. Biggest lead of the game. They lead by 4. Now they're going to whistle Julia Vasquez shoving off on that drive by Taylor Longley. It'll be a non-shooting foul. That's the first foul, I think, against the Vikings.
Yeah, both sides only with one team foul.
Only 2 fouls called this entire first quarter, so nowhere close to shooting free throws yet unless we have a shooting violation or on a foul on a shot. Now they're going to call a travel as Jessica Lessman shuffles both feet on the takeoff on that drive down the left side. So down to 1:04 minutes left to play in the first half. Vikings with their biggest lead, 1:04 left in the first quarter. Vikings with their biggest lead of the quarter, 4 points. They've got the ball back.
We were talking about the good three-point shooting for this team. Last 2 shooters to knock down threes. Andressa Augusto and Savannah Enlow, they're each shooting about 45% from the three-point line. They're excellent shooters from long range.
Both got good looks, and they got the ball to them, and they both buried threes to give the Vikes this lead. Now Augusto drives inside off the glass, left this one a little bit short, tried to save it, but now Longley gets it. Under a minute to play in the quarter. There's a baseline jumper that time. Missed it. Offensive rebound, Regine Brown. She goes up and missed the shot, but she's fouled. That jump shot was taken by Mackenzie Farmer. She missed it. Regine Brown there to get the rebound, and she'll be at the line for 2 shots as that foul comes up on Ashley Onaka. That's her first, only the second team foul on the Vikings. And the first shot by Regine Brown is good, and she will have one more. She averages 8.8 points a game. Regine Brown, she's been a thorn in our side several games. She's a junior out of Tampa, Florida, and she knocks down both free throws. So the Viking lead is 2 with 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Vikings can pretty much use most of the rest of this quarter on this one possession. Get a good look.
About an 11-point differential. Oh, wow. Andressa Augusto flipped one up with her back to the basket that time. She missed the shot, but she's fouled. That would have been if that one would have gone in, Nathan, that would have been a highlight reel.
That was
shot.
A fantastic adjustment, getting hit on the way up and almost finishing it.
Taylor Longley draws the foul, and Andressa's first free throw is good. So give Andressa 4 points. She and Ashley Ward both lead the Vikings with 4 apiece. Andressa will have one more with 28.9 seconds to go in the quarter.
Lindsay Denny with a pair of baskets in this opening quarter as well. The Vikings have done a really good job of getting everybody looks so far on offense and getting the best shot that they can get on offense.
Deidre McCoy checks back in from Missouri Valley Augusto to try to make it a 4-point game, and she does. So give Andressa 5. She'll come out right now as Maddie Murphy checks in for the Vikings. Maddie is a junior out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and now I think they're going to try to buzz somebody in for Evangel as Randy Hancock, a freshman from Bolivar, comes into the Evangel lineup. 28.9 seconds to go. Pressed by the Vikings. Putting a little pressure on Evangel. They get it ahead to Brown. Brown drives in, throws it up and in. No problem for Reginine Brown as they got a long pass to her. She beat the press, went right up against Deidre McCoy and kissed it off the glass. Now the Vikings turn it over, so with 13.7 seconds left to play in the first quarter, Evangel can tie this thing up, as I'm sure the Crusaders, I would think they'd go for the last shot. The shot clock's turned off right now, Nathan.
Yeah, got to hold here, get a good shot at the end of the quarter. Farmer
to Brown. Brown pump fakes, puts it up and in. As I said, Reginae Brown has been a thorn in the Viking side. She ties it up. 5, 4, a runner by Murphy at the buzzer, no good, and that's going to end the first quarter as the Evangel Crusaders, down by 4, scored the last 4 points of the quarter as Reginae Brown came off the bench, put in 6 points. And at the end of one period, it's Missouri Valley 18, Evangel 18.
Take a look at the standings in the Heart of America Athletic Conference in women's basketball coming into tonight. Tied for first place, Central Methodist and Mid-America Nazarene with 9-1 conference records so far. Benedictine and Culver Stockton are tied for third at 8-2. Baker is all alone at 7-3 in fifth place. And then Missouri Valley, William Penn, and the Evangel Crusaders are all tied for sixth in the conference right now. So this is a chance for somebody to jump up in the middle of the pack in the Heart tonight. Other matchups in the conference tonight, Avila is visiting Culver Stockton. Grandview is at Peru State. Evangel coming here, obviously. Graceland at William Penn. Mid-American goes to Central Methodist. And it is Benedictine at Baker tonight. This is a big game for the Lady Vikings, Joe, in terms of not just moving up in the middle of the regular season race in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, but also how this will affect seeding at the end of the year in the conference tournament. You got to be able to string some wins together, especially here at home.
And this is a winnable game. Evangel under veteran coach Leon Neal. Leon does a great job, but this is a winnable game, and Vikings glad to get back home. Seems like we've been on the road forever, only 2 games, but Culver Stockton, Mid-America. But the big game tonight in the conference, Central Methodist Mid-Am playing down in Fayette. Both of those teams tied at 9-1, leading the conference, as Nathan said. You've got 5 teams, 9-1, 9-1, 8-2, 8-2, 7-3. Then it drops off to 4-6. So, yeah, Vikes need, if they want to get back in that, stay in that middle of the conference, they need a win here tonight. All right, starting the second half, it's McCoy, Augusto, Winston, Ward, and Raina Smith, the 5 on the floor for the Vikings. Now bad pass by the Vikings, bad pass by Evangel. Vikes get it back. Raina Smith spins inside. Nice move, missed the layup, but underneath, nice offensive rebound, and somehow Ashley Ward snuck right between 2 Evangel rebounders, got the offensive carom, and goes up and draws a 2-shot foul.
Excellent job by Ashley Ward. She's been very aggressive tonight. 4 points early in that first quarter, did a good job rebounding, and does it again.
Ashley's first free throw bounces around, then dances off. Ashley, junior out of Springdale, Arkansas, will have one more. That's the first miss from the line. The Vikings 2 out of 3 now from the stripe, as Ward will have one more here. Second shot by the junior is good. So Ashley knocks down 1 out of 2, and in doing that, gives the Vikings a slim 1-point lead just underway here in the second period. Now Brown goes right around McCoy. Oh, Deidre swats it away. Who thought there might have been a foul there, but they say Deidre McCoy got all ball. So good defense as Brown had a step on her.
Excellent job by Deidre stepping in front of that shot.
Now McCoy drives around Brown. Hey, good job. You drive around me, I'm going to return the favor on the other end. The only difference is Deidre McCoy got the basket. That's her first bucket of the game. She averages almost 12 points a game. And now Deidre dives on the floor on the far side, and a lot of times, Nathan, we try to keep how many times she hits the floor during the course of a game. A very aggressive player.
Absolutely.
And she'll be on that hardwood quite a few times during the course of the night.
And she's did a really good job. She had a couple of instances in that first quarter where she lost a person on defense, slipped up a couple of times. She hasn't stopped fighting, though. She's done an excellent job, and she's having a really good start to this second quarter.
Vikes have scored the first 3 points of the quarter. They've opened up a 3-point lead. Lessman guarded outside by Augusto. Hands to Gerald. Good ball movement. Left wing driving inside on the baseline. And that ball goes off the foot of Randy Hancock out of bounds. So once again, good defense by this Missouri Valley team. They force another turnover. And with 8:48 to go, Vikings lead it by 3. They've got the pelota.
Fifth Crusader turnover. Vikings have 7. Both teams going to need to hold on to the ball better in this quarter.
McCoy launches a 3. This one hits the front of the rim and bounds off to Hancock. Good look by Deidre, just left it a little bit short. Now on the run. Gerald, head of the key, Longley. Right wing to the Crusaders out of Springfield. Coached by Leon Neal. There's a deep 3 by Longley. Good. And Taylor Longley knocks down her first bucket of the game, and that's the 3rd triple by the Crusaders. She ties the game back up this time at 21.
Nice little look in the corner that time.
Ward outside. Ward head of the key between the circles to Rain on the left wing. Deep 3 with the left hand. Pinballs out, but a great offensive rebound once again by Ashley Ward. And Nathan, I don't know how she's doing it, but that's the 2nd straight time that Ashley Ward has snuck between a couple of defenders on the offensive glass, got the rebound and the stick back, and Ashley with 7 points in the game to lead the Vikings. They lead it by 2.
4 rebounds. I think probably 3 of them have been offensive rebounds. She's done a really good job inside. Ashley, you know, she's only, she's 6'1", so she is one of the bigger girls out there, junior out of Springdale, Arkansas, and she's done an excellent job in the post for Missouri Valley.
I look at her, I don't think she's 6'1". I might be wrong. I see her right now.
It doesn't really matter what height she's at. She plays like she's 7'1". She goes out there and gets about every rebound she can.
Yeah, good job by Ashley on the offensive glass. So Coach Tim Dixon immediately called a timeout after that basket, something I don't think he liked about the last offensive possession for Evangel. So he called a timeout, but the Vikes have really played pretty good defense for most of this game here in the early going. We've got 7 minutes, 53 seconds left to play in the first half. 23-21, the Vikings with a 2-point lead. Gerald, head of the key, Lessman. Lessman to Longley, guarded by Reyna. Deep 3 by Gerald for the lead. Got it. Allison Gerald buries her 2nd triple of the game. And knocking that down, she once again gives the Crusaders a 1-point lead with 7.5. Now McCoy the other way. That lead was short-lived as Deidre McCoy got the ball at the free throw line, lowered that shoulder, banged right down the right side of the lane and kissed it off the glass. She's got 4.
Deidre's getting good looks this quarter off the curl, attacking the bucket.
Swanson back in. Now they're going to call a foul on McCoy as she bangs into Jessica Lessman. Lessman trying to get position on the low block, and Deidre bangs into her. That'll be Deidre's first foul, and that's the first foul of the quarter on the Vikings. Into Lessman, down low Swanson, and Swanson's fouled by Alicia Winston, so the Vikings, who've committed very few fouls, that's only the 4th in the game for them. 2 of those have been in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, they're having a tough time here. Last couple of possessions trying to defend the baseline.
That'll put Allison Swanson on the line. She's a junior, stands 6'3". She hails from Omaha, Nebraska, and she knocks down the first free throw. So Swanson with that free throw. That's her first point of the game.
Allison's the leading scorer for Evangel, coming into tonight, 11 points and just under 7 rebounds per game.
Swanson's second shot rolls off the right side, missed it. Lessman fights for the offensive rebound but doesn't get it, so I thought that put them ahead by 1, but I guess maybe that shot by Gerald was just a 2-point shot. I'm not sure. There's a jump shot by Lessman, missed it. Raina Smith the rebound. Scoreboard has it 25-25. Here comes a drive inside by Ward. Nice drive by Ashley, came all the way across the lane but banged it off the front of the rim. Tied at 25, ball back to the Crusaders. Left wing, deep three by Longley. Boy, there's another one. And, man, this team just burying three-pointers. That's their fifth triple. Fifth triple of the first half. That's the second for Taylor Longley. And just like that, Evangel regains a three-point lead.
Came in shooting about 31%. They knocked down 69 total three-pointers before tonight. They're shooting it well.
Raina Smith for the Vikings. Vikes need a bucket right now. Want to break this little run by Evangel. Raina Smith with 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ward. Ashley sets her feet and throws it up and good. And I think that's a two-pointer. But that cuts the Evangel lead down to 1. And boy, Ashley Ward, what a half she has. 9 points so far in the first half for the junior Ashley Ward.
Knocking down everything in sight. Good job by Raina Smith running baseline and finding her in the elbow.
Now, little contact on Longley, no call. Back outside, good D by the Vikings, down to 12 on the shot clock. Into Longley. Longley goes up on Raina, and I think they're going to call a shoving foul on Raina Smith. So Raina picks up her first foul of the game. That'll be the third foul this quarter on the Vikings. In women's basketball, when you get 5 fouls in any individual quarter, that sets off a 2-shot free throw situation. So the Vikes 2 away from that. But that was I guess they say the foul occurred before the shot, so it'll be an Evangel ball out of bounds. In the corner, there's a deep three by Gerald. This one's strong. And Raina Smith comes away with the rebound. Vikings trail by 1. Raina quickly ahead to Wharton. Kiana for the lead, got it. Nice job as Raina Smith ran the floor, found the big girl, Kiana Wharton, breaking down the lane. Kiana laid it in. That's her first bucket of the game. Vikes go back up by a point.
Great look in transition by Raina Smith.
Now knocked away, almost taken away, but Regina Brown gets it. Regina inside, her runner no good, so Brown missed a couple of shots. Wharton drags down the rebound for the Vikings. Here comes Onaka. Onaka splits a double team, hands back to McCoy. Deidre lowers that shoulder and hits the deck. I hope she's okay. Deidre bumped her head there. Raina Smith gets the ball and lays it in. But Deidre McCoy took a tough spill that time. I think she's okay, but a nice move by Raina Smith.
I think that's 2 on the Deidre McCoy has hit the floor count so far.
Yeah, I've got 2. And I guarantee you there will be more. Now Paige Patterson. Good defense by the Vikings inside. Paige Patterson tried to spin and bounces off her leg out of bounds. So the Vikings have scored the last 4 points. Now Deidre kind of wobbles off the floor. She looks like she's a little woozy right now, so hope she's okay. Pounded her head on the floor just a minute ago going after that last, I think she drove inside. And Vikings have it. They lead it by 3. Lindsey Denny back into the lineup. Lob down low to Wharton. Kiana goes up over the top of Patterson. Missed it, but gets the offensive rebound off the glass. Missed the second shot. Couple of good looks in low for Kiana Wharton, but could not convert. So with 4:25 left to play in the first half, ball back to Evangel. Missouri Valley leads it 31-28.
That's a good look, and they need to do more of that. Kiana Wharton's getting good position in the post.
Outside, Renee Brown. Hands to Longley. Longley stop-and-go dribble back to Farmer. Farmer hounded outside by Ashley Onaka. Ashley again out of Blackman's Bay, Tasmania. Ooh, inside. I thought maybe there was a foul. Looked like maybe somebody bumped into Paige Patterson, but no call. But the ball was knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. Now Coach Leon Neal wants a timeout. So 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the first half. 31-28, the Vikings lead.
Quick look at the scoring as part of the winter social tonight. And, of course, the men tonight are going to have the Orange Hush game after this, and also a lot of giveaways and stuff. There's a raffle going on. Joe, did you get a raffle ticket?
I did not.
I got one. So
you're a student. They will let you do those kind of things.
So I'll split the prize with you.
I would appreciate it. If it's $1 million, I would enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff tonight. They're doing raffles. There'll be halftime contests at both games to win prizes, and should be a lot of fun. Got a good crowd for this game tonight, and the men should have an excellent crowd as well. Second year they're doing the Orange Hush. Should be a lot of fun.
Everybody decked out in orange. I see a couple guys across the way with orange masks on, so that should be interesting. Now Brown puts up a jumper off the left wing and misses, but a nice offensive rebound by Lessman to keep the possession alive for Evangel. Farmer to Longley. Longley fakes a three. Now back to Brown. She launches one head of the key. No good, but another offensive rebound by the Crusaders. Baseline jumper, no good. Another offensive rebound. And, I believe Kiana Wharton might have got away. They say that's a clean block. We'll take that. Now finally, Raina Smith runs into Paige Patterson, but Mike's got to keep Evangel off the offensive glass. About 3 to 4 offensive rebounds in that possession for the Crusaders. As Raina picks up her second foul, she'll come out of the game, and Savannah Enlow checks back in. So it's Julia Vasquez, Savannah Enlow, Andressa Augusto, Lindsay Denny, and Kiana Wharton, the 5 on the floor for the Vikings. Now Brown draws inside, and they're going to call a foul. I think that's going to go on. Is that Lindsay? Lindsay Denny. Yep. Well, that's team foul number 5. This would probably be a shooting foul anyway, but from now on, Evangel with 3:30 left to play in the half. All fouls on Missouri Valley will be 2 shots for Evangel. There's Janae Brown, puts up the first one. Good. So Brown has 7 points in the game. She leads the Crusaders, and she'll have one more to try to make it a 1-point game.
And you can't give her any free opportunities to score. She's been a thorn in Valley's side.
Coach Tom Hebb goes back to check on Deidre McCoy. We mentioned a minute ago Deidre hit the floor pretty hard on a drive 2 or 3 minutes ago, bumped her head on the floor. Now she's going off with one of the training staff. They're going to take a look at her, I guess, but she's a competitor.
Yeah, hope she can come back.
We certainly hope so. Hope so. Now ball goes into Wharton. Kiana back outside Augusto. Augusto hands to Julia. Vasquez puts the ball on the deck with the right hand, head of the key now to Enlow. Enlow down to Wharton. Kiana goes inside on Swanson. Augusto into the paint. Got it. I don't know that pass was intended for Andressa Augusto, as Kiana Wharton just kind of flipped it back in the lane. Andressa picked it up and put it in. Give her 7 points in the game. Vikings back up by 3.
It's a great little job by Augusto making a broken play into something.
Good move that time by Allison Swanson. Allison got the lob pass. Nice little pivot down low, puts it in. That's her first basket. She has 3 points. 2.5 left to go. Vikings lead by a slim 1 point. Now Vasquez, head of the key, Lindsay Denny. Denny lobs into Wharton, had it knocked away. Good backside help that time by Farmer. Evangel gets a steal. Lessman, head of the key to Gerald. Ball movement on the right wing to Longley. Longley back Lessman between the circles. Deep 3 for the lead by Gerald. Good. And boy, 3 points are wild here for the Evangel Crusaders. That's the 3rd by Allison Gerald. And I think that's the 6th altogether by the Crusaders. And with that shot, that puts them back up by 2. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Wharton on the low block. Kiana drives on Swanson. Nice job. Missed the shot. Got the offensive rebound, though. Now has it taken away by Longley. Coach Tim Dixon wanted a foul. And Longley drives inside. She's going to be fouled by Andressa Augusto. Coach Tim Dixon wanted a foul. Thought Kiana Wharton got fouled by Swanson, but they called it a block. Now Longley takes it the length of the floor for the Crusaders. Now Tim chatting with one of the officials right in front of us. And Longley's first free throw attempt is up and in, so she has 7 points all in this quarter. And she'll have one more. It's a 3-point lead for the visiting Evangel Crusaders. Make it a 4-point lead as Longley knocks down both free throws. So Vikes need a bucket here. 1.5 minutes left to play in the half.
Let's keep going back to Kiana Wharton. She's getting good looks in the post. She just has to finish them.
Outside Augusto, head of the key, Julia Vasquez. The left-hander puts it on the deck, left wing to Enlow. Could use a 3 by her right now, Nathan.
Absolutely. Needs some shooting from the outside. That helped, too.
Augusto as the shot clock winds down. Whoa, wow. That looked like LeBron James right there as Andressa Augusto extended that left arm completely, flipped it up, missed the shot, but she's fouled. And that's a couple of acrobatic moves. You take that one along with that one she shot with her back to the basket not that long ago. She's putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, and both have just sort of spun out. She's been aggressive in the attack mode so far tonight, and she's almost finished off a couple of highlight reel plays.
Andressa knocks down the free throw, give her 8 points in the game. She'll have one more to try to make it a 2-point game, and she does with 1:17 left to play. As Deidre McCoy, good to see her back in the lineup. Also, Maddie Murphy comes in for the Vikings. So it's Murphy, Wharton, Vasquez, Ashley Ward's also checked back in. Deidre McCoy, the 5 on the floor from Missouri Valley with 1:13 left in the half.
Smaller lineup, but the quicker lineup that has good hands on defense.
The All-State people. Now, nice job that time as the ball goes off the hands of the big girl, Allison Swanson. So with 1:05 left, Vikings get it back. They can tie it with a bucket, can take the lead with a triple here.
Yeah, and subs coming back in. Enlow's back in. So too is Lindsay Denny. And also got Andressa Augusto back into the lineup. So now you got a better offensive group on the floor.
Savannah Enlow only 1-3 so far. We need to see her launch one. Down under a minute to play in the half. Augusto right wing to Vasquez. Julia thinks about a three, guarded by Gerald. Now spins into the middle of the lane with a left-hand dribble. Down low to Wharton. Wharton guarded 7 on the shot clock. Augusto goes inside. A nice job by Andressa as that shot clock was down to 3. Andressa saw the lane, took it right down that left baseline, flipped it up, and once again draws the 2-shot foul. So Andressa Augusto, who just knocked down 2 a minute ago, she's 4 for 4 from the line. She'll be there a chance to tie the game up with 38.6 seconds left. First shot perfect.
She did a really good job on that last possession. The play looked a little broken on the far side underneath the basket. She did a good job just taking the ball, lowering the shoulder, going baseline, and getting to the rim, making something out of nothing.
Augusto one more to try to tie this thing up with just a little bit over a half minute left to play. It's been a pretty even game. Both teams have had their shares of leads here in the first half as Raina Smith comes back in. Julia will take a seat.
Ashley Ward came back in, and also Deidre McCoy.
Augusto will have one more shot here. For the tie, the senior puts it in. So good job by Andressa. Put her 6 out of 6 from the line. And we're tied at 37.
And you need to take advantage of those free opportunities. If you get some free throws at any point in this game, knock them down. Vikings are doing just that. They've missed 1 so far.
7 out of 8 tonight for the Vikings. But again, that 6 out of 6 from Augusto really helped.
Yeah, no kidding.
Head of the key now to Hancock. Evangel's got the ball. They can't hold it for the last shot, and there is an offensive foul as Deidre McCoy goes down, and Courtney Farmer runs right into her. Mackenzie Farmer, runs right into Deidre McCoy, knocks her down, and great job by Deidre. And give her credit. She hit the floor a few minutes ago, banged her head on the floor, but goes right down again and takes an offensive foul.
Yeah, and that time on defense, she didn't want to go down. She was holding her ground very well that time, and the only thing that put her to the ground was a clear offensive foul, an elbow thrown by Farmer. Deidre's playing some great defense tonight.
Vikes can hold for the last shot, down to 17 seconds in the half. We're tied. Augusto puts it up and got it. Boy, what a half for Andressa Augusto. 13 points. 6 seconds left. Vikes by 2. There's a 3 for the lead by Patterson. Misses. Rebound Hancock. Throws it up at the buzzer and missed it. So the first half has come to an end. A well-played first half. A very evenly played first half. And the Missouri Valley Vikings down by 4 not that long ago. Lead it at halftime. 39-37.
Great half for the Vikings. Great finish to the half led by Andressa Augusto. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
For loving me so much, for taking me to the park, for reading me books, for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot in ballet rehearsal, for leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone. And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear Mom, for having the chance to take you to the park, for reading you those books we enjoy so much, for being able to take you to your therapies after you twisted your ankle, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. And in your new role, we help you help. Visit aarp.org/caregiving to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one. Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Well, we're back, and Joe, you and Nathan did a heck of a job along with Andressa Augusto in that first half, lead 39-37.
Yeah, Andressa really had a big first half, and I think the thing that really stands out, she was 6 from the line and did a great job. A couple times the shot clock winding down, and she took the ball right to the basket and either got fouled or hit a shot, and I think she did that on a couple of different occasions. So, yeah, she really brought the Vikings back. They were down by 4 not that long ago.
So she had 13. How about the other scoring that you
Well,
had?
I've got Andressa, the only player on either team in double figures. She wound up with 13. Once again, 6 out of 6 from the stripe. 9 points in the first half for Ashley Ward. Ashley really played well, started and really got several big offensive rebounds and stickbacks for the Vikings. And then it goes down to 4 points each for Lindsay Denny, Deidre McCoy, and Raina Smith. 3 points in the first half for Savannah Enlow. Savannah knocked one down from beyond the arc, and only 1 bucket for Kiana Wharton. So once again, need to get her back into the offense again.
And on the other side, Allison Swanson, their leading scorer, just has 3 points. So the Vikings have done a pretty nice job on her. She is the 6'3" junior.
Well, the Evangel team, Ken, hit 6 3-pointers in the first half, led by Allison Jarrell. She knocked down 3 from beyond the arc. I've got her, these are all unofficial. I've got her with 9 points, and then 8 each for Taylor Longley and Reginae Brown. They each had 8, 6 points in the first half for Paige Patterson. She gave the Crusaders a big lift early on, and then 3 points each for Jessica Lessman and the big girl, as you said, Allison Swanson.
So 39-37, and this Evangel team just scores 56 a game, give up 63. So they're having a good offensive night. Valley scoring about 70, but it looks like these both teams are 4 and 6, and there's a reason why. They're pretty evenly matched.
Well, they are, and Nathan and I have talked about this a couple of times, a pretty big conference game for both teams. You know, the Vikings need that win at home, but you want to try to separate yourself as 3 teams right now at 4 and 6, so you want to put a little bit of separation in there if you can.
All right, coming into tonight, as you may have mentioned, Central Methodist and Mid-American Nazarene both 9 and 1. Benedictine and Culver 8 and 2. Then Baker 7 and 3. Then Valley, William Penn, Evangel all 4 and 6. Grandview 3 and 7. Peru and Avila 2 and 8. And Graceland at 0 and 10. Any other stats that stick out to you in that first half?
No, the rebounding pretty even. The looks like the Crusaders out-rebound Missouri Valley, but only 19-16. In terms of shooting, the Vikings were 15 out of 28. Pretty good shooting for the Vikings. 53, almost 54% from the field. 2 from 5 from beyond the arc, and 7 out of 8 from the free throw line. Really did a good job with the free throws. Evangel only 35%, 12 out of 34. But the Crusaders, their big story was the three-point shooting. They knocked down 6 out of 11 from beyond the arc for almost 55%. And just like the Vikings, they also hit 87.5% from the free throw line. So, you know, I think the Vikings really shot well, a high percentage. Evangel did a good job from beyond the arc.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk about the rest of the schedule tonight and even a little bit on the men's side. There's some big games on the men's side as well. We'll be right back.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Well, we talk about the rest of the schedule tonight. The game that kind of sticks out, obviously, is about 45 miles from here. Mid-American Nazarene at CMU. Somebody's going to be alone in first place at the end of the night.
Well, I'm not sure it was designed that way, but I guess very appropriate that the two teams atop the conference standings play each other the last night of this round. So they're playing tonight in Fayette. I guess probably the pressure in that game on Central Methodist.
Yeah.
They've got to feel like they've got to win that game at home.
All right, and another big game, Benedictine is at Baker. Benedictine 8-2, Baker is 7-3. Again, that game is in Baldwin City, so another big game there. Mid-America, I mentioned at CMU. Graceland's at William Penn. Evangel here tonight. And Grandview at Peru, and then Avila is at Culver. And this Avila team, they've won their last two games after they lost here last Monday night.
Yeah, they'll have a tough test tonight playing at Culver Stockton because, boy, the Wildcats really playing well. But they only beat Evangel on Saturday afternoon by 1 point. But they've, Jeanette Burgett has that team playing well. They're tied with Benedictine for third place in the conference standing.
All right, let's talk about the men's for a moment tonight. William Penn 9-1. I was talking to Ed Beach, and he said when Evangel beat them on the road, they basically played really a perfect game. They really played well that night to knock off William Penn. We go up there a week from tonight.
I say I really don't want to talk about William Penn right now. we got that long Wednesday night trip a week from tonight.
And he said it is a very small gymnasium, and it gets rolling pretty good in there. So will be interesting. You know, we're talking about long trips. We talk about that trip, and Ed was telling me that Evangel now, most of their Saturday away games, they have to leave Friday. It's an overnight trip for them with a long road trip. So they definitely are the road warriors in this conference right now.
Well, we've added some new teams to the conference, but they're all up in the northern part of the area, up in Iowa. And, of course, Evangel about as far. They're by far the most southern team in the conference down in Springfield. So, yeah, I feel sorry for them and kind of wish maybe we could find maybe a couple more teams down. If we're going to add more, add a couple down in that area, yeah.
So William Penn is 9-1. Graceland, this on the men's side. Graceland and Peru 7-3. Mid-America 6-4. Then it's Benedictine 5-5, Avila 5-5. And then four teams at 4-6. CMU, Valley, Baker, and Culver. Then Grandview's 3-7. Evangel coming in here tonight. And forget the fact they're 2-8. This is going to be one tough ball game. Mr. Yoakum is back playing for them tonight. Nick Yoakum, he missed about 9 games because of injury. He's come back. He's averaging about 13 points a game.
Yeah, and I'm looking out on the floor. The Crusaders warming up right now. They're not very big. No. They don't have a lot of height, that doesn't look like to me. And I'm looking at the sizes. They've got a couple guys they list at 6'7", but don't look as big as some of the teams they've had in the past.
Billy Thompson, 6'4" senior. He is a leaper, so he's one of their better rebounders. Remember Richard Chapman from a year ago. But they have a lot of new players as well. So here's the men's schedule. Avila is at Culver. Culver tied with Valley, and Avila is up at 5-5. So that's a big game tonight. Grandview at Peru. Grandview is 3-7. They're trying to move up, but they take on one of the best teams in Peru State. Benedictine is at Baker tonight. Benedictine 5-5, and Baker 4-6. Graceland is at William Penn tonight. Graceland 7-3. William Penn is 9-1. And Joe, somebody's going to have to knock off William Penn. They already have a 2-game lead, and before you know it, they're going to stretch this thing out to 3 or 4 games unless someone knocks them off.
Well, I tell you, Ken, I've gotten to the point where I do not predict men's games. Just wait and see what the scores are when the games come to an end, because we've seen several times where teams we thought did not have a chance would come away with a big win. Case in point, you mentioned it a minute ago, that big win a couple of weeks ago when Evangel goes all the way to William Penn, gives the Statesmen their first conference loss.
Mid-America is at CMU tonight. That ought to be an interesting game as well. So, boy, do we have some interesting games. And I'm like you. I'm not going to predict anything as far as men's concerned. Well, I want to mention this over the weekend. The number 3 Missouri Valley College men's wrestling program hosted the 6th annual Missouri Valley Invitational at the Burns Center. And it featured top wrestling programs from NAIA and NCAA Division II. The Vikings finished with 7 wrestlers in the top 8, led by senior Riley Boomer, who won the 174-pound class. As a team, Valley placed 5th at 125 pounds. Ryan Stearns finished 7th. Kenny Boyd was 3rd at 149. Dalton Tipton 5th at 165. Riley Boomer, the champion at 174. Brett Vader finished 6th at 184. Donovan Fucci was 4th at 197. And at 285, Justin Smith finished 7th. By the way, as far as the men's wrestling program is concerned, we will have the dual meet with Baker tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here at the Burns Center. We will have that for you, mobile.edu. We'll have the video.
Somebody told me you and Colin Smith were going to wrestle an exhibition match tomorrow night. Any truth to that?
Don't think it's going to happen. Don't think it's
ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. All right, we're going to take a break, partner. We're going to let you go up to social for a while.
I smell food right now, so I think I'm going to head up the hill. And
yeah.
Nathan's licking his chops right now. He's got a belly full, so he's going to do the second half. So Nathan, I'll turn the headphones. I've got them warmed up for you, so I'll turn them over to you.
And we'll take a break. Come back with the second half. Valley leads 39-37.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the forest near the side of the road.
No need for alarm, sir. The forest is where bears live.
But this was no ordinary bear.
No ordinary bear?
Yeah, 1 second I'm having a smoke taken into view. Next thing I know, I am face to face with Smokey Bear.
Let me guess, Smokey had a tip for you.
He did. He must have seen me toss my cigarette on the ground. He told me never to do that because it only takes 1 spark to start a wildfire.
He's a smart bear. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
That's what Smokey said. I had no idea.
That's why Smokey's famous, and you're not.
Good point.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
All right, Nathan, Vikings have a 39-37 lead. I'll tell you, Andressa Augusto, and Joe and I have talked about this a lot this year. She is a young lady that has a lot of good basketball skills. One of them is scoring the basket, and I think she kind of took it upon herself to get to the basket, and it shows up as she's in double figures at the half.
I believe the term in her native Portuguese is no fogo, on fire. So she did an excellent job late in that half, not only attacking the basket, but they had a couple broken plays on offense. She did a really good job of just getting to the bucket, getting to the free throw line where she was knocking down 6 of 6 free throw attempts, and then a big-time basket at the end of the half to take the lead. Second half, the Vikings are going to need to continue to get her looks. One thing that I thought is going to be interesting to watch in the second half, in that second quarter, Evangel really found its three-point shot. They knocked down a bunch of big shots from beyond the arc, 2 each from Allison Jarrell and Taylor Longley. Valley has only a couple of threes, maybe 1, as a matter of fact, from Savannah Enlow. They're going to need to probably knock down some more perimeter shots in the second half.
I would agree with you, leading by 2, and I'm pointed out this Evangel team only averages 56 points a game, so they're having one of their best offensive performances, at least in the first 20 minutes, that they have had all year long. Looks like the Vikings will go with the same lineup to start of the game. And for the call the second half. Here's Nathan Girls. Nathan?
Thank you, Ken. And Evangel will start with the ball. It'll be 5 on the floor for the Crusaders. Allison Gerald, Taylor Longley, Jessica Lessman, Paige Patterson, and Danielle Latt. Right wing top of the key. This is Taylor Longley. Bounce pass towards the block. Right hand dribble, trying to finish inside is Latt. Bounce pass back outside. Swinging around left wing. There's Longley. Give top of the key to Latt. Pass poked away. Good hands by Ashley Ward that time for the Vikings, knocking it out of bounds. 5 on the floor for Missouri Valley. Ward, Deidre McCoy, Raina Smith, Kiana Wharton, and Andressa Augusto. Hand off top of the key towards Longley. Gives baseline. Far side jumper. Knocked down that time. Good work by Jessica Lessman, knocking down the jumper. And that ties the game here at 39, half a minute in to the third quarter. Andressa Augusto, left-handed bounce pass towards the middle of the floor. Now McCoy bounce pass towards Ward. Cutting baseline towards the rim. Gets fouled on the way up. Ashley Ward attacking baseline. She's hit on the way up, that time by Danielle Latt. That'll be her first personal.
Good job by McCoy from the high post, recognizing that Ward was cutting baseline, got her the ball with a perfect pass. Now she misses the first free throw.
Ashley Ward coming into tonight, averaging just under 5 points a game, grabbing just under 3 rebounds per game. She's had a big offensive night, though. 9 points in that first half. She reaches double figures here as she knocks down the second free throw and gives Valley a 1-point lead, 40-39, 45 seconds into the second half. Bounce pass top of the key to Lessman. Gets doubled for a minute, now able to kick it back out. Extended from the top. This is Gerald. She gives back towards Taylor Longley. Right-handed dribble, handoff, right wing. Lessman. Over to Gerald. Kick right wing back towards Longley. Some pushing and shoving inside on the block, and they're going to call an offensive foul that time on Paige Patterson.
Well, I think they're just going to call a 3-second call. I thought maybe they'd call Patterson, but I guess they ruled that was incidental contact. Raina Smith went to the floor, but they called a 3-second.
Yeah, she and Raina Smith shoving back and forth, trying to get position. Valley the other way, top of the key. Deidre McCoy, crossover back to her right hand. Gives back above the free throw circle. Raina Smith, left-handed jumper, good. From about 15 feet, Raina Smith knocks down the shot. 4 points in the first half. She gets the first basket of the half for Valley. It's 42-39. Top of the key, Lessman. Nice pass. Far side baseline jumper from Patterson doesn't go. Rebound, Raina Smith. Valley will push. Smith switches hands. Goes baseline, tries to kick it out, and gets pushed along the baseline. And they'll call the block underneath.
Well, Raina kind of got into the basket, nowhere to go, and got bailed out as one of the Crusaders gave, as you pointed out, gave her a little shove and knocked her out of bounds, so that certainly will be a foul. And it looks like they call that foul again on Latt. Inbound coming underneath the basket, far side. Kiana Wharton able to save it. It's out to Deidre McCoy, right wing. Gives other side, Andressa Augusto, little head fake back to her right, tries to put a runner up from 10 feet, doesn't go. Loose ball tapped around to McCoy, though, able to get back up into the basket and in. Nice job by Deidre McCoy, able to get to the loose ball, and she lays it up and in. 44-39, Valley in front. Timeout called by Leon Neal. I'll tell you what, when Deidre McCoy gets the ball and heads to the basket, she's going to get there. She may not make it, she may get fouled, she may charge. She's going to get to the basket. Yeah, we talked about it in the first half with Joe. You can put the over-under on the amount of times Deidre McCoy will lower her shoulder and hit the floor somewhere around 10. She does an excellent job of attacking continuously on offense and on defense. She did a really good job in the second quarter locking down some of those guards for Evangel, and now she's doing a good job getting to the bucket here. Well, and the Vikings have extended that lead now to 44-39, one of their largest leads of the. I think they led 8-2 early, and that probably was their largest lead of 6 points. But right now, Leon Neal taking a timeout. Here's where the Vikings really need to go on a run. You have a team that you're tied with in conference play at 4-6. They don't score a lot of points. If we can go on a little bit of a run right here, may put a little bit of doubt in them. We'll see what happens. Yeah, they're going to need a run here coming out of this timeout. A little more than 2 minutes into the third period. Valley, of note, in the first half we talked about it, very few players committing personal fouls. Nobody has more than one. And so far 2 minutes in, no team fouls yet again on Valley. Evangel basketball inbounding from midcourt.
It's Longley at the point. Left-handed dribble, middle of the floor. Back to her right, crosses over, gives left wing over towards Lessman. Lob inside towards just into the game, Regine Brown. Tapped out of bounds, last touched by Missouri Valley. So inbound coming for Evangel. That'll be Longley underneath the basket, far side, gets it over to Lessman. Inside of the post, Patterson, swing it back around. Right wing, that is Longley, give back baseline towards Patterson. Longley, top of the key, right-hand dribble. Off on the left wing towards Lessman. She attacks. Jumper from the right elbow. Bouncing around the rim. Doesn't go. Rebound tapped out towards Ashley Ward. On the run, Ward pulls it back out. Left wing. Now gives top of the key. Augusto wide open. Takes the three-pointer. Knocks it down. Andressa Augusto, her second triple of the ball game. She's got 16 points tonight. And Valley pushes the lead. It's 47-39. Tim Dixon, the head coach, is imploring for noise from the crowd across the way. He wants the folks here at the Burns Athletic Complex to get fired up. Attacking the other way for Evangel is Longley. Kick out, right wing. Three ball spins in and out that time from Allison Gerald. Rebound tapped around out to Deidre McCoy. She pushes it, spinning back to her right hand. Puts it in from 5 feet away. Gorgeous little floater on the spin move by Deidre McCoy, her second basket of the quarter, and it's the first double-digit lead for either side. 49-39, Valley in front. Trying to go baseline. Wow, what a gorgeous finish that time. High off the glass and in by Longley as she attacks the rim.
I didn't think she had anywhere to go. She went underneath. All of a sudden, the ball goes high off the glass, and it goes in. Great move.
49-41, Missouri Valley in front. 6.5 minutes left, third quarter. Marina Smith tries to lob it here on the near side post to Kiana Wharton, spinning back to her right, kicks out, elbow towards McCoy, ball gets tapped around, it's loose and picked up by Evangel. So Taylor Longley will go back the other way for the Crusaders.
Kiana had that ball in the low block. I think she has to look to be more aggressive offensively.
Kick to the corner, left side for Longley, cross-court pass back towards Patterson. She puts it on the deck. Now they shoot it back across court, left wing. Longley putting it on the floor, goes middle, attacking. And there's going to be a foul called inside. It's on Raina Smith for a block as Longley tried to lower the shoulder. Substitutions coming for Evangel. They're going to bring back in Mackenzie Farmer and Allison Swanson.
Well, Ward ended up on the deck, but the foul was on Raina Smith.
That's her third personal so far. So we'll have to watch that the rest of the way. Just under 6 minutes to go. Long three ball, right wing that time. Doesn't go for Longley. Rimming out, rebound towards Wharton, gives to Augusto, fires a pass deep down the court towards the bucket for McCoy. She can't hang on to it. A good-looking transition, but it does not come to fruition for Valley.
And Julia Vasquez comes in. You know, one thing, and maybe I shouldn't even mention it, but that three-point, that three ball's not going in with the regularity for the Crusaders that did in the first half.
Yeah, just a couple of them running in and out. They haven't gotten the touch yet in this quarter. Pass lobbed inside from Regine Brown towards Swanson, but a push-off called before the shot attempt.
Wharton picked up the foul, I believe.
It's Kiana's first. So inbound coming from underneath the basket here on the near side. Gets it over Mackenzie Farmer. Tries to lob it back in towards Swanson. Biggest girl on the floor. Laid it up, a little too soft off the front of the rim. Rebound to Wharton. She hands off towards Andressa Augusto. They push the floor again. Deidre McCoy, left elbow, gives to Ashley Ward, cutting baseline. The other way to Vasquez. Back to the top, Deidre McCoy, left-handed dribble. Ashley Ward, left wing, holds it, waits for the cutter. Curling Vasquez, stopped, lost it for a second. McCoy saves it on the far side. 5 minutes to go in the quarter, Valley by 8. Augusto, lob inside on the far side post to Wharton, and a nice little up and under by Kiana, and she finishes.
What a beautiful pass from Augusto. Just floated it over the top of the defense and got it right to Wharton.
Back to a 10-point lead for Missouri Valley. Ball gets loose here on the near sideline right in front of the Evangel bench. Substitution coming. Alicia Winston going to step in for Kiana Wharton. And Lindsay Denny is into the game for Deidre McCoy. 4:44 left in the third quarter. 51-41. Vikings ahead. Inbound it to Longley. Left-handed dribble extended from the top of the key. Now attacks towards the left side. Comes back out baseline. Right wing three. Not there that time for Gerald. Off the back iron. Rebound by Denny. Augusto pushing it up ahead. Now Vasquez left wing holds. And they'll reset. Swing it around. Right wing Ashley Ward. Give to Julia Vasquez. Ward in the corner again. Tries to attack, throws it cross-court baseline to Augusto. She tries to feed inside to Denny, but it's knocked away. Good hands by Mackenzie Farmer. Loose ball for Evangel. They attack the other way. Regine Brown tries to go up strong to the basket, but she's fouled on the way up in transition. I think they're going to get Denny for the contact.
And they may rule that a shooting foul. That is the third foul on the Vikings, but yeah, they're going to rule that Brown was in the act of shooting. So she heads to the line. She was 4 for 4, I believe, from the line in the first half.
8 total points as she is able to knock down her first free throw attempt in this quarter. Substitution made for Valley. Ashley Ward's going to come out. Into the game comes Ashley Onaka. Brown's second free throw rolls home. She's in double figures. Second player for Evangel to hit that mark. It's now 43-51, Missouri Valley in front. Less than 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Andressa Augusto gives in the corner left side to Denny. Now gets it back, right-handed dribble towards the top of the key, extended is Julia Vasquez. Evangel in the man-to-man defense. Vasquez swing it corner right side. Denny feed on the block. Alicia Winston, floater doesn't go. Fading away on the turnaround. Loose ball rebound collected by Taylor Longley. She presses the issue the other way. Nice touch pass by Farmer on the post towards Swanson. Kick it back out top of the key. Taylor Longley. In the corner, right side, Mackenzie Farmer. Chest pass high. Swings it back over to Gerald. Regine Brown gets it back. Right wing three, puts it up off the back iron. Rebound, though, inside that time. Good job by Allison Gerald, and she puts it back up and in.
Yeah, good. Vikings didn't screen her out. She came from the weak side, if you will, and got the rebound.
And a nice little run by Evangel. They've cut the lead down. It's now 51-45. Lindsay Denny in the corner here on the near side. Back to the top of the key. Right wing. Vasquez. Andres Augusto. One dribble, right hand. Tries to put up a three from the top of the key. Doesn't go, but long rebound comes out to Julia Vasquez. And Tim Dixon, head coach of the Vikings, going to call a timeout. Offense looked a little discombobulated on that last possession.
Well, and I like Andressa took the shot. She knew the shot clock was winding down. She said, give me the ball. Missed it. Julia Vasquez got the rebound, but you're going to have to be a little more aggressive offensively. And Coach not real happy right now as he brings Savannah Enlow into the game. And she's also a good three-point shooter. So let's see if she'll crack a couple of these up. If you get a shot, shoot the thing. Don't be hesitant. I think toward the end of the first half, we heard the coach say that. Remember, he said I have 3 shooting guards out there. You have to be ready to shoot it. So if you're out there for that reason to shoot it, as Vasquez is, Augusto and Enlow, when you get it, you're open. Let it go.
Yeah, Savannah Enlow just 1-3 in that first quarter, shooting just under 45%. She's a dynamite shooter. Here comes Andressa Augusto for the Vikings. 51-45, 2.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Attacking the bucket, left hand. Alicia Winston can't finish, high off the glass. Rebound the other way towards Taylor Longley. She runs the show. Bounce pass, right elbow. Brown kicks in the corner to Gerald. Now gets the bounce pass back on the block. Brown between the double team, can't finish. Rebound tapped around. Augusto able to get it for the Vikings. Andressa Augusto finds Alicia Winston wide open in transition, and she lays it up and in. Nice look from Andressa Augusto as the Vikings ran the floor. Alicia Winston lays it up and in. Missouri Valley extends the lead back. It's now 53-45, just under 2 minutes to play. Left side, far side of the floor. Longley, lob underneath from Regine Brown towards Swanson. Kick out, left corner, back towards Longley. She gives left wing. Brown for 3, doesn't go. Rattled out of the rim. Rebound again underneath, this time by Ashley Onaka. She gives to Augusta as they run the floor. Augusto. Ashley Ward in the corner, left side, kick back out. Top of the key, Augusto, right hand dribble. Now back to her, left hand dribble. Calls for the screen. Gets 2 of them, top of the key. Kick back out towards the top. Onaka, feet on the block, left side for Winston. Spinning, back to her left, now back to her right. Can't finish. In and out. Good little move by Alicia that time, but it doesn't go. Rebound out to Evangel. Quickly the other way, Taylor Longley. Jumper from the corner on the far side, knocked down by Allison Gerald that time. Do they give her 3?
Yeah,
they do. Another 3-ball falls for Allison Gerald, her 4th of the night. She's got 14 points, and Evangel cuts the lead to 53-48, under a minute to play in the quarter. Attacking baseline the other way is Enlow. Loose ball gets kicked around back towards Augusto. Now back in the corner, Savannah Enlow for three. Off the front of the iron, Onaka tries to get the loose ball rebound. Now Winston battling for it. Good hustle by the Vikings, and it's out of bounds, last touched by Regine Brown.
Great hustle by Winston. I think Evangel a little more quickness, but she would refuse to give that up, got to it, and then knocked it off one of the Crusaders. Leon Neal wanted a foul, didn't get it. Viking ball.
Kiana Wharton comes in for Alicia Winston. Inbounding Vasquez out to Andressa Augusto. She'll run the show. Left-handed dribble. Coming to the wing here on the near side. Bounce pass top of the key. Enlow fires middle of the paint. Fadeaway jumper that time from Wharton doesn't go, but an excellent hustle play underneath the basket by Ashley Onaka. She throws it off the knee of an Evangel defender, and the Vikings will keep possession.
And 26 on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock.
Vikings will get one more shot here at the end of the quarter. Up to Augusto. Right wing three ball. Off the front of the iron. Rebound, Regina Brown. Gives it off towards Longley. Shot clock off. Evangel can hold. Last shot of the quarter. Farmer cross-court pass. They swing it in the corner right side. This is Longley. Left-hand dribble. Crosses back over. Gives off Gerald. Long ball. Able to knock it down. And they give her another three-pointer. Back-to-back big threes from Gerald. Cuts it to a two-point game. Vasquez at the horn. Almost goes off the back iron. And what a run there for Evangel. Back-to-back big threes by Allison Gerald. Cut the deficit down to a possession. It is 53-51. Missouri Valley in front as we head to the final quarter.
All right, and you talk about the final quarter coming up, and we look at score by quarters. In the fourth quarter, Evangel has been outscored by their opponent, if this means anything, 236 to 190. On the other hand, Valley has outscored their opponents just by one in the fourth quarter, 259 to 258. So if those stats mean anything, who knows? Maybe the Vikes go on a run. But just about the time I thought that the Crusaders, they're not hitting those threes, Gerald pops a couple of them in, one from the left side, one from the right, and all of a sudden we've got a ball game again, 53-51.
Absolutely, and important to note that Valley this season is giving up right around 70 points a game, but they're scoring about 70 points a game, so they're on pace for both of those numbers. One thing they're going to have to do, limit possessions, limit that three-point shot of Allison Gerald in the final quarter. She knocked down another 2 triples. She's got 5 three-pointers in the game. Grand total of 17 points for her so far. And those 2 threes at the end of the period helped Evangel pull a little closer. Crusaders only down 53-51. The Vikings trying to get the win in front of what has turned into a very nice crowd here. The Burns Athletic Complex. A lot of folks filing in for the end of this one and the start of the men's game coming up later on tonight. Valley with possession to start the quarter. Raina Smith back into the game. Left-handed dribble, attacks baseline, gives Kiana Wharton inside the paint. Can't finish with the right hand. Had a bunny, couldn't put it in. The other way off the rebound. Longley gives left elbow, inside feed for Patterson. High off the glass, doesn't go. Wharton with the rebound. They'll give it back to Raina Smith and slow it down. Half a minute into the final quarter. 53-51, Vikings ahead. Raina, left corner, swing back out, Vasquez. Right wing 3, too long from Enlow. Vasquez gets the long rebound, though, and Raina Smith will reset at the top. Gets instructions from head coach Tim Dixon. Hand off, bounce pass to Enlow. Give right wing, Raina Smith. Vasquez cutting back top of the key. 3 ball, doesn't go that time from the right wing. Rebound out towards Gerald. They give it back, Taylor Longley. She'll attack the basket left side, goes up strong. Kiana Wharton denies it. No chance. Loose ball rebound out towards Enlow. Tim Dixon implores the Vikings to run. Enlow kick out back to Raina Smith, top of the key. A little more than a minute into the fourth quarter. Give left wing. Vasquez tries to throw it cross court, but stepping in front of it that time was Danielle Latch. She'll try to go coast to coast. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebound, Longley put back up and in, and that'll tie the game.
And I think a timeout taken by Leon Neal after the made basket. But boy, the Vikings need to find the range. They're only 3 out of 12 from beyond the arc. Augusto's 2 out of 5. Enlow just 1 out of 3 now. Vasquez 0 for 2. But those gals are a little better shooters than that, but not right now. But they got to keep shooting the ball, though, Nathan. You cannot think, well, I'm not Megan, I'm not going to shoot it. We have some guards who can shoot it. You have to keep putting the ball up.
A couple of players who shoot 30% or better from the three-point line going to need to continue to hoist those shots here now that we are all square with 8.5 minutes left in regulation. Valley trying to improve to 7-8 on the year, 5-6 in conference play. Evangel's looking for their 6th win overall and their 5th conference win.
Going to try to get out of the middle of the pack here in the conference. Let's see what happens.
Raina Smith will bring it up the floor for Missouri Valley. Right hand crosses back to her left, high off the glass. Nice floater from 10 feet from Raina Smith, laying it up and in. Quickly the other way, Taylor Longley, 55-53, Valley on top. Handoff Mackenzie Farmer, right wing towards Gerald. Feed in the corner. Latt gives on the block towards Patterson. They swing it back around. Right wing Gerald for 3. Nothing but net. It didn't even move for Allison Gerald. It's her 6th triple of the game. And Evangel moves back in front, 56-55.
She's 6 out of 11. Better guard her wherever she goes on the floor.
Gonna have to get in front of her as much as possible, and that might not be close enough. Raina Smith dribble it into the left corner. Now kick around the ring. Ashley Onaka for 3. Doesn't go. Off the front of the iron. Rebound. Pulled out that time by Gerald. Taylor Longley will slow it down at the point for Evangel. Feed on the block. Right side Patterson. Kick it back out. Longley. Left wing. Swing it around over towards Latt. Gerald open. Left wing 3. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound Kiana Wharton. Quickly the other way, Andressa Augusto pushes the issue. Little lob, baseline right side for Onaka. She tries to attack, loses the ball, and out of the loose ball, nice lob by Farmer up ahead. Longley attacking the bucket. She gets hit hard on the way up by Augusto.
Good foul, though. You're not going to let her have the layup, and Andressa went for the ball, so it's not an intentional foul. She went for the ball, but she is going to make this young lady earn those at the free throw line.
So Longley, who so far tonight has 12 points and is 2 of 2 at the free throw line, will go to the charity stripe. Sinks the first. She's an 88% free throw shooter on the year coming into tonight.
They're 10 out of 11 from the line, so doing a great job there.
Both teams have shot very well from the free throw line. Valley has just 2 misses total. Substitution made for Evangel. Jessica Lessman is back into the game as Longley knocks them both down. 58-55, Evangel in front. Raina Smith, lob it on the block, far side. Kiana Wharton tries to spin out of trouble, can't do so. Ashley Onaka, great offensive rebound, gets tapped around out of bounds. And it's last touched by Valley, they say, but it sure looked like Evangel had 2 people in the area that got a hand on it.
I think they just got a little confused there. There was no question about that.
Yeah, they changed the call now under, looks like maybe the official from the backside overruled, so they changed the call. Inbounding Augusto underneath the basket on the far side. Kick out right wing Vasquez. She'll bring it out with her left hand to the top of the key and reset. 6.5 minutes to play in regulation. Evangel up 3. Bounce pass to Raina Smith. 5 on the shot clock. Hoists a 3 from deep. Doesn't catch any of the rim. It'll go out of bounds.
Well, you pointed out before the last time out, the offense is not in sync right now. And again, that was a rush shot. But Raina had to take it. The shot clock was winding down. It was not a good shot, not for Raina.
Quickly the other way, Evangel. Lessman, kick it right wing Longley. In the corner here on the near side, that's Latt. And a foul called on the inside that time. They're going to get Raina Smith. That's her 4th personal.
And remember, though, start of the 4th quarter, the fouls go back, team fouls go back to 0, so only the 2nd team foul.
Yeah, Valley still has 2 fouls to give, 3 away from being in the bonus. Bounce pass underneath here on the near side from Longley to Patterson. They kick it back out in the corner, spinning inside Gerald. Can't get it. Back out on the left wing. Lessman gives top of the key. Gerald for 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound out to Ashley Ward. She'll try and attack the other way in a hurry. Ward, kick out, corner, back to the right corner. The wing 3 from Vasquez off the back iron. Loose ball rebound tapped around. Trying to save it was Patterson. They get it back to Does Valley. McCoy attacking the bucket with the right hand up and in. What a little move by Deidre McCoy across the lane, loops the basket up and in. She's got 6 points in the half, 10 for the game.
I tell you, she was going to get to the basket, right?
Absolutely, and she's done it. Valley cuts the deficit back to 1, 5.5 minutes to play. Longwell puts it on the floor, and a timeout called by Leon Neal, the head coach of Evangel, with 5.5 minutes to play.
Leon's been at this a long, long time. He is a competitor. He and his wife, Dawn, head coach and assistant coach. It's a 1-point game, 5:32 to go. Again, very important ball game. Both these teams are 4 and 6, right in the middle of the pack. Actually, 3, 4, 5, tied for 6th place, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And you want to move up. You want to stay ahead. And Nathan, it's so important to win these home games in this conference. It's so important, especially in a team that you're evenly matched with. We have to go to Springfield later in the year. So, boy, this is just crucial. And Leon knows if he can steal one here, you know, he gets the tiebreaker now with the Vikings. So, huge game for both teams.
Both teams thinking ahead to that conference tournament end of the year. You want to do everything you can to win these type of games because that helps you move the pack a little bit in that middle seating area, and then you're able to get yourself perhaps a much more favorable matchup early in the tourney. So inbound coming for Evangel here on the near side. Taylor Longley has the top of the key, gets a screen, goes around it right side, tries to attack the bucket, but Kiana Wharton says no dice. Great defense underneath by Wharton. That's probably her 3rd or 4th block of the game. It'll be Evangel inbounding underneath the basket here on the near side. Longley gets it in. Putting on the deck, Lessman attacking with the left side. Wharton goes up high to try and block that one, but they're going to call her for a foul this time.
Well, from our angle, looks like she got all ball, but maybe got her on the wrist as well.
That's Kiana's 2nd and the 3rd team foul. So Jessica Lessman will go to the free throw line for 2. Knocks down the first.
You don't want to foul this team down the stretch, do you?
Lessman coming into tonight was a 70% free throw shooter. As a team, Evangel shoots 67.5% from the line. Second one falls as well.
Not tonight. They're 90% plus tonight.
Knocking all of them down. They have a 60-57 lead with 5 minutes to play. The other way for Valley. Here's Andressa Augusto, top of the key. Swing it left wing, Enlow. Now the other way. Attacking baseline right side is Ward. She has Enlow. Corner 3, left side. Knocks it down to tie the game. Savannah Enlow, just her 2nd bucket of the game. Both have been big 3-pointers, though, and that pushes this one even at 60, under 5 minutes to play.
Good job by Ward. Drove the baseline, knew where the open gal was, found her.
Feed in the post on the inside to Patterson, swatted away. Kiana Wharton attacking the other way for Valley. Here comes Deidre McCoy in transition. Nice little step move. A little Euro step from Deidre McCoy, and she gets to the bucket in transition. Valley takes the lead back. Deidre McCoy, 8 points in the half, 12 for the game, 62-60. Missouri Valley in front. Controlling middle of the free throw line is Patterson for Evangel. Gives towards Longley. They kick it back, top of the key for Lessman. Now back out towards Longley, left wing. Lessman, top of the key, puts it on the deck, right-handed dribble, tries to go to the bucket. Foul called as she attacked the rim. She was a little out of control, but they're going to get Deidre McCoy for a block inside that time. And that should be her 2nd personal foul, team 4th, so the next one will put Evangel into the double bonus.
What did you say? They shot 67% from the line?
67.5%.
Well, tonight they're 13 out of 14.
Knocking everything down, and Lessman continues that trend.
Wow. That's how you win games. Hit your threes and make free throws. You win a lot of ball games.
Yeah, Leon Neal's not going to be disappointed in how his team not only attacked the bucket aggressively, but knocked down free throws. Just over 4 minutes left in this one as Lessman ties the game, knocking down her 4th charity stripe attempt in this quarter. Substitutions being made for Evangel. Lessman comes out of the game. Danielle Ladd is back in.
I think Mackenzie Farmer's coming in too, number 24.
Evangel shows 2-3 zone here with 4 minutes to play. Ward left wing feeds high post. Kiana Wharton kick out Enlow. Nice little head fake, puts it on the deck. Bounce pass towards Wharton, gets to the bucket and in. Boy, Savannah Enlow read that perfectly. Head fake with the 3 and then a little bounce pass dropping it off to Kiana Wharton for the bucket. 64-62, Valley in front under 4 minutes to play. And now a foul called offensively, that time on Allison Swanson. Her elbow got up towards Kiana Wharton's head. Good call inside.
That's her second. Only the first team foul of the quarter. And now Ward comes out, Vasquez back in. You know you're going to keep Enlow out there. Way she can shoot it in Augusta. Let's see if the Vikings go on a little run here.
Going to need one to pull away here, under 4 minutes to play. Kiana Wharton leading the Vikings in scoring coming in tonight, just under 12 points per game. She only has 6 so far. Bounce pass top of the key, Deidre McCoy. Feet in the middle of the paint. Wharton kick out in the corner, right side. That's Augusto. Swing it back out, Julia Vasquez. Here on the left wing, Enlow. Nice little bounce pass, middle of the defense. McCoy hits the deck, and they're going to call it for a travel.
Well, she tried to get a bounce pass into Horton. She was double teamed. She tried to split the double team. She tripped, went down. There was some contact, but they ruled it was incidental contact. And, of course, when you're on your feet and you go to your backside, it's a travel.
Vikings had 7 first-half turnovers. They done a much better job this half of taking care of the ball as Enlow swats a bounce pass away with her left sneaker. So inbound coming for Evangel on the near side. Another substitution being made by the Crusaders. Allison Jarrell, three-point weapon, is into the game. She's knocked down 6 so far in this one. Danielle Latt comes back out. Inbound, near side in the corner, Farmer. Get back out to Swanson, right wing. Tries to feed it inside towards Longley, cutting to the basket. Pull it back out. Left wing, here's Brown. Kick back out, Mackenzie Farmer. 3 minutes to play. Valley ahead 64-62. And an offensive foul called inside. Looks like they're going to get Mackenzie Farmer that time for a push-off.
Said she had a little illegal screen. I thought for a moment they might be able to call it on Taylor Longley. She used the left arm to push off, but they got Farmer instead.
Second personal on Farmer. Second team foul in the quarter for Evangel. Feed on the elbow, right side. McCoy goes on the deck. They call her for a walk as she went to the bucket.
They're going to say an illegal screen on Horton. They're going to say an illegal screen on Horton. They didn't call her for a walk. They said an illegal screen on Kiana. So
that's her third personal. She's going to stay in the game. Deidre McCoy is going to come out, and they'll bring Alicia Winston back in. That was a very nice little setup for Deidre to get to the bucket. Doesn't pay off, though. Under 3 minutes to play. 64-62. Vikings ahead. Longley, top of the key to Brown. Feed inside. Swanson all alone. Kiana Wharton fell down on the help defense. Swanson lays it up and in. We're tied at 64. 2:40 to play. Augusto, right-hand dribble on the far side wing. Now they swing it around. This is Julia Vasquez on the left side. Tries to go baseline, kick it back out. Augusto, back right side. Enlow, nice little bounce step back. Feed on the inside. Wharton, too strong off the glass from the left block. And inside, they call a jump ball. And the arrow favors Evangel.
Well, the Vikings just that inside scoring. You look at inside. Kiana Horton was 6 points, only had 2 at the half. And let's see what Winston has, just a couple. So only 8 points in that post position tonight for the Vikings.
It's a guard-oriented team that hasn't knocked down a lot of threes tonight. That's hurt Valley. Over 2 minutes left. 64 all. Left side extended from the wing. This is Longley. Given the corner. Jumper, Farmer rattling in and out that time. Rebound, Andressa Augusto quickly the other way. Up ahead, Deidre McCoy gets hit as she tried to catch that pass in transition. Foul is called on the floor.
Only the third foul, though, so Vikings will inbound.
Vikings, meanwhile, have hit the double bonus mark, so Evangel shoots 2 free throws the rest of the way. 2:01 left, all square at 64. Inbound, Vasquez gets tipped. Kiana Wharton saves it, goes up. No shot. Foul was called on the floor that time. They're going to get Allison Jarrell.
They say she was shooting? No.
No, they say it was on the floor. But that is the 4th personal, so the next one puts the Vikings in the double bonus. Vasquez to inbound underneath the bucket. Long outlet, top of the key to Augusto. Get it back to her on the wing, near side. Here on the left block, here comes Kiana Wharton. Tries to put it on the deck with the left hand, gets doubled. And Tim Dixon calls a timeout right before Evangel nearly set up a tie ball.
Well, good job by Evangel. Soon as that pass went into Kiana, boy, they were there with the double team. And she tried to put the ball on the floor, and they were there with the double team. And Tim did a good job of getting that timeout. So we're down to 22 seconds on the shot clock. 1:50 to go in the game. We are tied at 64. We haven't solved a thing yet on 2 teams that are both 4 and 6 in the league. So here we go.
We thought we'd get an even game, and we've got one. Important to note, this is an unofficial count, but by my count, Vikings have 6 points in this quarter. They've really struggled to knock down shots here late when they've needed it. Meanwhile, Evangel's converting free throw attempts in a big way. They've only missed one all night, and so far in the quarter, they've hit 6 of 6. As they've tied this game up at 64 with 1:50 to go. Missouri Valley ball inbounding underneath their own basket. Vasquez gets it towards Deidre McCoy. She goes across to the right hand. No shot as she tried to get to the bucket, but a foul is called on the floor. A great play by Deidre, lowering her shoulder, trying to go underneath on a reverse layup, and she finished it off, but the foul called on Allison Jarrell was on the floor. It's her second personal. It's the team's 5th. So that'll put Deidre McCoy at the free throw line where she knocks down the first of 2.
She's now 51 for 70 on the year, 72% free throw shooter.
Gonna need both of them here in a big way. Gets them both. Deidre McCoy 2 for 2. She's got 6 points in the period. She's got 14 for the game. 66-64, Missouri Valley in front. Tim Dixon imploring his girls to play defense. Longley tries to switch it on the left hand. Give it free throw, circle extended. Swanson, she has nowhere to go. Finally hands off to Longley. Tries to attack baseline left side. She continues to keep her dribble, loses the ball for a second, attacking on the right side. And I don't think they called the foul. I think they called a loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Augusto.
So they have the ball with 5 seconds with which to shoot, 1:22 to go.
Andressa did a good job getting her hand in that time. 1:22 left. Inbound underneath the basket, near side, into Mackenzie Farmer. Lob it towards Swanson, tries to break through a double team, and a foul is called as she went up strong in the middle of the defense. They're going to get Kiana Wharton. Her 4th personal. So she's going to have to be careful here down the stretch. Allison Swanson to the free throw line where she is just under 69%. First one rolls home.
Wow, they've missed one free throw all night.
They must have paid the folks over at the welding company because the iron is kind so far tonight. Second one, nothing but net there. We are all square at 66 once again. 1:15 to play. Andressa Augusto gives on the right wing to Vasquez. Now gets it back top of the key. Swing it Vasquez. Back to the top. Savannah Enlow. Right hand dribble. Pass through the middle of the defense. McCoy. Little head fake back to the corner. Vasquez for the 3 in the lead. Rims in and out. Rebound by Deidre McCoy. Tries to turn her direction. Goes back up strong. And a foul is called as she went up on the putback attempt. They are going to get Allison Swanson for her 3rd personal.
You know, right there you wish they had swallowed the whistle because she made a beautiful pass to Kiana for the layup, but the foul had been called before that.
So Deidre McCoy back to the line. She hit her first 2 in the quarter, and she knocks down that one there. Deidre's been playing better of late, as we've talked about in this one, and she's come through in a big way tonight. In this quarter alone, she's got 7 points. Has 15 for the game. Andressa Augusto subbed out. Raina Smith is back in, as is Lindsay Denny, in for Julia Vasquez. So the Vikings putting out their bigger lineup. Trailing by 1, 54 seconds left. McCoy's second free throw is good. We are all tied at 68-66.
No, 68-66.
Clock running. 50 seconds to go. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Kick out top of the key. Right side on the wing. Regine Brown, bounce pass, top of the key to Swanson. Her pass attempt poked away out of bounds. Good defense by Kiana Wharton. 39.5 seconds left on the game clock. 16 left on the shot clock.
And the Vikings have a 2-point lead. Those 2 free throws gave the Vikings a 68-66 lead. So huge possession here.
Inbound to Longley. Top of the key. Tries to set something up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it on the deck. Right hand. Tries to attack. Spinning back out. Jumper. Right wing 3. Doesn't go. Rebound. Deidre McCoy gets it. Try to slow it down. Shot clock gets turned off. 22 seconds left. And McCoy's fouled just beyond the timeline by Longley.
Heads up play by Deidre. She raced out of there, and all of a sudden she realized the shot clock is off. Let's stop. And she forces the foul. Now, if Deidre can make these 2 free throws, becomes a 2-possession game with 20.8 seconds to go.
She's 4 of 4 at the stripe in this period. She gets that first one to fall.
A lot of body English. She kind of shot that a little too hard. She was leaning, and it hit the back of the rim and went in.
20.8 seconds left for a 2-possession lead. McCoy knocks it down. Timeout called by Evangel. It's 70-66. Missouri Valley, a 4-point lead with just a little more than 20 seconds left to go. Big couple of free throw attempts here late by Deidre McCoy have pushed the Vikings in front.
Well, I have her 6 out of 7 from the field, 5 out of 5 from the free throw line for her 17 points. So she really has been the star of the second half, as Augusto was in the first half. Andressa hadn't scored in the second half. She had 16 at the half, but McCoy's taken over here. 17 points, and now it's a 2-possession lead, 20.8 seconds to go. I should say 18 points, as she made both of those free throws. 6 out of 7 from the line, and 6 out of 6 from the line, and 6 out of 7 from the field.
Going to be important to note here that Evangel will try to score in a hurry, and it would be interesting to see if they try to get a look from beyond the 3-point line. A lot of those shots that were falling with ease early, some of those rimmed out for a good part of this second half. You're going to have to put somebody on number 12, Allison Jarrell. You don't want her to get loose and knock down a 3 here in a hurry. Shot clock is off the rest of the way.
Just play some good, solid defense, and do not foul. Do not foul. If they take a shot, even if it's a 3, you still have the lead, so do not foul no matter what happens. But play good, solid defense here.
Valley got out of the timeout a little late, but they're set on the floor. Inbounding to Longley. Tries to attack the basket right hand quickly. Doesn't go. Rebound in the hands of Lindsay Denny. And a timeout is called in a hurry by Tim Dixon after she gets the rebound.
Good job by Tim taking that timeout there.
13.8 seconds left, 70-66. Denny didn't want to have to go to the free throw line, so she took the timeout as quickly as she could once she got the rebound off the miss by Longley.
So now the Vikings can inbound, and here comes Andressa Augusto. Probably, if she's not her best free throw shooter, she's right there. Let's see. McCoy shoots 72%. Augusto 85%. Raina Smith 71%. Ward 70%. 75% for Vasquez. So they are your best free throw shooters. Let's see how coach is gonna play this. But with the basketball, a 2-possession game, you feel pretty good about it, but you've got to get the ball in. This is key right now, is to get the ball inbound.
We've had 3 total free throw misses in the game. 2 excellent free throw shooting teams, and it's paid off in a big way for Valley here late. They're going to inbound right in front of us. We're standing on the left side of the scorer's table. 13.8 seconds left, 70-66. If the Vikings can hold on, they'll move to 7-8 overall, 5-6 in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. It'll be Raina Smith to inbound. Tries to get one off, finally throws it in middle of the court. Onaka gives it out towards Enlow. 10 seconds, clock continues to run down. Out towards Augusto at midcourt, and finally she's fouled with 7 seconds left by Regine Brown. That's her 3rd personal.
Good job. Took a lot of time off that clock. Took a very precious 6 seconds off the clock, and you still have a 2-possession game.
Yeah, Evangel did not foul immediately.
No, they didn't.
And Augusto able to knock down the first.
Her first point of the second half.
Andressa on the night is now 7 of 7 at the free throw line. Has 17 points. Make it 8 of 8. That one rolls home as well. 7 seconds left. Missouri Valley on their way to the win. Longley quickly up the floor on the right wing. Tries to cross the defender over. Attacks the bucket. And
they have a foul, but it's not really going to matter.
The foul is called as she goes to the bucket and the clock expires, but they won't shoot the free throws, and that'll do it.
All right, big win for the Vikings. They go to 5-5 in league play, and Evangel falls to 4-7, so that's a big win for the Vikings. We'll be back with the scoring in just a moment.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, tail-wagging, backyard-hanging, and, of course, companionship.
And what breed would you say Satchmo is?
I'd have to go with maybe a lavish terrier-hound chihuahua-looking kind of mix.
Tremendous dog.
I'd also like to point out Satchmo's coloring, a white, gray, brown, black brindle, simply marvelous.
You know, it's such a treat to watch a dog like this.
Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive. And now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance, so common with this group.
And finally, the loving face lick.
It's great how he just gets in there and, well, licks.
Fantastic. But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We are back at 72-66 is the final score as the Vikings knock off the Crusaders to go to 5-5 in league play, and Evangel falls to 4-7. Tim Dixon, tell you what, this is a tough ball game. They shot tremendously well from beyond the arc in the first half. They only missed one free throw all night, but your club came on, and I thought it was Augusto in the first half, Deidre McCoy in the second half.
Yeah. You know, they played hard, and both teams played hard. And hats off to Evangel. They're better than their record. Yeah. And again, their little number one point guard, or their little number one, who is the point guard, makes that team go. And you know, so they played really well. And I agree. You know, Andressa was great in the first half, and it sounds like Deidre really helped us out in the second half. So, you know, we're 72 points again, not what I was really shooting for, but a win's a win, win by 1, win by 20, I'll take it.
Well, Deidre had 18 points. I think she had most of those in the second half. That last down the stretch, when she wants to go to the basket, she may foul, she may get fouled, but she's going to get to the basket, isn't she?
Yeah, and, you know, it's hard to coach aggressiveness. You don't want to rein it in, but you want to rein it in. But you're afraid. Yeah. Once you rein it in, then the kid doesn't do it. They take away points, and so it's tough. And as a coach, you got to learn to live with that. And she's making me go gray, probably a little more than I want to. But love to have her, and we got her for a couple more years. And the more she gets used to our system and our style and what she needs to do, she's going to be dangerous. So. I'm really happy that she did well in the second half, and I'm really happy for our kids that we did well in the second half. You know, they deserve all the credit, and again, they've made some big stops when we needed them, and we got up by 10, and again, we just kind of have that problem of thinking we're okay at certain points in games, and we're not, and we let teams back into the game, and you know, we'll continue to work on that and practice, and hopefully we don't run into too many more of those situations in the season.
Well, I heard you say toward the end of the first half, you said, I have shooting guards out there, get ready to shoot. You want those gals to shoot when they're open, don't you? But they have to be ready to pull the trigger. You have some gals that can knock down that three.
Yeah, and, you know, it's the share the ball mentality that I keep trying to emphasize. But, you know, it's tough. Like I say, as a coach, you focus on one thing, and then all of a sudden the kid feels afraid that if they shoot it, that's not the thing to do. And so, you know, we just keep telling them, you got to just play basketball. And if you're ready to catch and shoot, you're going to be so much better. And regardless if it's the first or second pass, and if you're wide open, shoot it. And I want them to shoot it. I didn't recruit non-shooters. And so, you know, and it shows. I think our stats, we were over 50% in the first half. So I think, you know, we probably had another good shooting night, and hopefully we do really well.
All right, Coach, thanks for stopping by. Hey, let's go do it again on Saturday.
Yeah, well, let's make it a little bit not as close.
Okay. All right, Coach, talk to you Saturday.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet. All right, we'll go over the scoring real quickly here, and then we'll get ready for the men's game. The Vikings were led tonight, and it was Andressa Augusto and Deidre McCoy with 18 apiece. Andressa had 16 of those in the first half. And McCoy had a big second half, 18 points. 10 for Ashley Ward, 8 for Raina Smith, 6 for Kiana Horton, 6 for Savannah Enlow. And let's see, 4 for Denny, and Winston added 2. For Evangel, it was Allison Gerald with 20, 14 for Taylor Longley, 10 for Regine Brown, 7 for Allison Swanson, 9 for Jessica Lessman. But the Vikings win it 72-66. We'll go over the more of the statistics at halftime of the men's game, but we have to get you ready for the men's game. So Joe and I will be back with a call. Thanks for Nathan for bringing you the Viking win. They go to 5-5 in league play. Evangel falls to 4-7. We're going to get you ready for the men's game on Social Night and Orange Crush Night, and we'll be back with you in about 15 minutes on the Viking Sports Network.